Hello beautifuls, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be a monthly favorites. Yeah. So it's my first monthly favorites video here on my channel. So I know in like the last couple of videos I've said that I don't really have favorites, and I really don't. But it's more of a products I'm currently using and I use a lot of kind of video. Anyways, it's a monthly favorites video. So yeah, if you want to continue seeing some of these favorite videos, please thumbs up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I will get into it. I'm just gonna do hair first because I only have like two. But after I take a shower and I shampoo and condition my hair, I always go in with, well, right now it's been it's a 10 leave-in, and it's a 10 Miracle Leave-In product, and it does 10 things instantly. That's what it's like, why it's called It's a 10. But it repairs dry, damaged hair, adds shine, detangles, controls frizz, seals and protects hair color, prevents split ends, stops hair breakage, creates silkiness, enhances natural body, and it's a flat iron and thermal heat protection spray. So I don't really do too much heat. I usually just kind of let my hair be as is. So, but it does make my hair super soft, and it does add a little bit of shine. But to give it a little bit more shine, I use this Sebastian Trilliant, and like you mix it up and then it gets cloudy, but when it like settles, it like separates. So this is the Sparkle Complex Thermal Protection and Sparkle Complex. So I just use this for a shine spray, so you can see that it's separating now, but you shake it up, spray it all over your hair, and it makes my hair shiny and silky. So those are my two hair care products at the moment. Recently I purchased the MAC face wipes. So I really like these. They don't irritate my eyes, so that's really good, because when I take off my makeup, I was using the simple makeup remover wipes, and those kind of irritated my eyes just a smidgen, but it was bearable. But these ones don't irritate my eyes at all. The only thing is that they do dry out really fast. I feel like they're like wet at the beginning, but then when I start like using it, it dries. So that's like the only con, but I do like that they don't really have much of a scent. Just, I don't know. It has a scent, but it's not like a scent, if that makes any sense. But I got the big one, and I believe this was like $30, I believe, for this big one. So I have that. So I've been using two different setting sprays. The first one is the Urban Decay De-Slick Setting Makeup Spray, and I've used this in the last video. Yeah, and I use it like before and after. Recently I've just been using it before, and it's worked just as good. So this is the oil control. So if you're super oily, this helps keep some of that oil from breaking up the makeup. So I've been using this one, and then I have re-fallen in love with, well, actually I guess I shouldn't say re-fallen in love with, because I never really loved it to begin with, but I got it because it was a drugstore setting spray. There wasn't very many on the market at the time, so it's the Infallible Pro Spray and Set Makeup Extender Setting Spray. So I didn't like this to like set my face, but I do like it when I spray it on my brush and I'm blending product in. So I think that works. That I found what this works for me. But I do know some people like to spray this all over their face, but I found a use that works for me. So the recent primer that I have been loving is the NYX Angel Veil Skin Perfecting Primer. And I got the small one. They do have one that's a little bit bigger, but I got the small one, and I got this one at Ulta, and I believe it was like $4 or so. This is amazing. I don't know what I have done without this. Like, I have tried other drugstore primers, and they aren't as good as this one. I feel like this one does what it's supposed to. It hydrates my skin. It allows my makeup to just be there and just stay there. I don't feel like my makeup just like slides off like I do with some of the other ones. Even some of the higher end, I think this is better than a lot of the higher end primers that are out there right now. And this it's treat your skin to this ultra velvety oil-free primer. Feels lighter than a cloud and leaves skin looking and feeling divine. So it does really feel like there's nothing there. It's not sticky, it's not slippery. It doesn't have dimethicone, but it does have dimethyl silicate, which is it's a different type of silicone, but it's towards way down at the bottom, so there's very, very little. So I love, love, love this, and I've been using this since I bought it. For foundation, I've been using a combination of two different things. So the first one is my Dior Nude Air, my Dior Skin Nude Air Foundation, and I've been mixing it with the Maybelline Dream Bronze BB Cream. This is actually a little bit too light for my skin right now. This is more of like my winter shade, and I think I said that in my last video too. But when I mix it with this, it makes the perfect shade because, as you can see, I am super tan right now. I have been swimming, I have been at the water parks, so I am super, super tan right now. So I need something that is just as tan. So I've been using these two a lot recently because it's been so hot. I don't want like my makeup to be sliding off all over the place. And the other one is the Maybelline Dream, Maybelline Dream Pure BB Cream mixed with the Maybelline Dream Bronze BB Cream. I've been using these two just because it's even lighter weight coverage, but this also has 2% salicylic acid, so when I do get like little breakouts here and there, this keeps it at bay. And it's these two products are amazing. I had the BB cream, the original BB cream, and didn't really care for it, but these two are definitely it. And my Dior Skin Nude Air. I believe this was like $60 to $63. But it's if you're gonna splurge on something and you're not a real heavy foundation wearer, I definitely recommend this. This does not feel like there's anything on your skin. It has a really good scent. I don't know, it just smells like, fresh, or like a powdery, like a fresh powder. This is what that smells like. These don't have a smell, but this one does. I just recently purchased the True Match Lumi Liquid Glow Illuminator. This is actually really, really good. I placed it on the high points of my face before I put on my foundation. The only bad thing about this is that it sets really, really fast. So you have to place it and like really just like blend it just to however you want it blended. But this is amazing. It's really, really nice. And yeah, so this one's in the shade Golden. So they have two other ones. They have Ice and they have Rose. So I got the shade Golden, and it gives you just like a really nice healthy glow. I wouldn't use this just by itself. I definitely would wear it on top of a foundation or underneath a foundation. And for my concealer, I recently purchased and finally got a hold of the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer. I had it in the shade Tan, Cool Tan or Warm Tan. That was actually the shade that was just my color. And I really liked it for days that I didn't want to be super, super highlighted, but I have been waiting for this sucker forever, and I do love it. If you use too much though, I did notice that if you use too much, it does tend to either cake up or crease really, really bad. So you just have to like squeeze out just a tiny bit. A little bit does go a long way, and place it in the areas that you want. And I actually blend it either with my Morphe G6, and I spray it with the I'll spray it with my Morphe G6 with my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Setting Spray, and then I'll blend it in. That's actually how I did my under eye highlight today. So these two work phenomenal together. It's super creamy. It does have a built-in corrector, so that's really nice. So if you have super dark eye circles, this will help cancel out some of it, not all, but it is enough coverage to cover that. And it's also HD, so it's going to photograph really, really well. And to set my under eye, I have been using the Besame Translucent Brightening Vanilla Powder. And a lot of people say that this smells like vanilla. And I like that it comes with like a little poof, but I never use it. But I don't think it smells like vanilla at all. But I have heard tons and tons of great things about this under eye setting powder, that it brightens and it smells good and it's velvety soft, and I actually do agree. I don't think this is as heavy as a lot of the setting powders. I have the Laura Mercier, the Secret Brightening Powder. That one I think is a little bit too much, but if I mix it with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, that seems to be just enough. But this is perfect just on its own. I really, really like it. It's really lightweight, and I got this at Sephora.com. I have been loving these two products, and it is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade Brunette, and the Maybelline Brow Drama Sculpting Brow Mascara in Soft Brown. So the mascara wand looks like this. I believe I used it in the last video too, but it's just like this little weird little circle deal. It's really, really nice. And I think this is really similar to the Benefit Gimme Brows. I actually think this is a little bit better. It doesn't have the fibers like the Gimme Brow, but the brushes, like the bristles of this, helps like get every single little hair. So there's that. I've been using this a lot to set my brows. And this guy is really similar to the Anastasia Brow Wiz. It's black. It has a spoolie on the end, and then it has the brow pencil on this side, just like the Anastasia Brow Wiz. And honestly, I think this is just as good as the Anastasia Brow Wiz. The only con to this is that it doesn't stay as long as the Anastasia Brow Wiz. But if you are on a budget and you can't get the Anastasia Brow Wiz because it is too expensive, definitely go for this guy. This is the closest thing to it, and I'm one of those that's like, no, I have to have that specific one. But I've been reaching for this, and this is in the shade, like I said, Brunette. And with Anastasia, their brunette, or dark brown as they call it now, it's too ashy, so I have to actually mix it with chocolate. And so that's double the product there. This is the perfect shade for me because I've got like the warm gold and like the light chocolate colors in my hair, and it's lightened even being out in the sun. So I have to go in with a little bit more of the chocolate color, and they've got tons of shades in this, and it is like $4 or $5. This is so affordable, and I love it. I've been reaching for this a lot more than I have my Brow Wiz, so this is a good dupe. For mascara, I have been reaching for my Maybelline Lash Sensational. That's a tongue twister. Maybelline Lash Sensational. And this is the full fan effect. This is what the wand looks like, and it's just like curved, and it is a rubber wand. And this one, I ended up getting the waterproof one. I don't know if this one only comes in waterproof, but I might have not been looking, and I got the waterproof one. But I've actually really been liking this one, because first thing that I liked about it, and before I noticed that it was waterproof, is that anytime that I laughed a lot, my mascara wasn't running. So that was a big bonus, because the last class that I had, and I think I said this in my last video too, the last class that I had me roaring in laughter. And so my mascara was just like constantly running. So when I got this one and I tried and I was laughing, I didn't do that. So I was just really excited that I found a mascara that didn't run. Come to find out that it was waterproof. But this does give me the look of bigger, longer lashes, and it's full, so it gives me the length, and it gives me the volume that I've been wanting. It is murder to try to get off, but because I use a makeup wipe, you know, to get underneath and like on the inner like rim and stuff, and then I use the micellar water, it does break it up, and then I use like an oil-based cleanser, so it really gets it off, so I don't have too much of a hard time. But when I'm in the shower and I forget to wash my face, it's murder to try to get this off, but it lasts all day. So alrighty, so for my powdered highlight, I have been using the True Match Lumi Powder Glow Illuminator. This is in the shade Golden as well as the liquid. So I got this, and honestly, when I use, and this is the highlight that I have on today. So you can see that. Glow is on fleek today. But I noticed when I used it, because I used it earlier today, and if I used my finger and it concentrated the product a little bit more, let me just give a little swatchy. So that is what that looks like. Oh, so gorgeous. And I Snapchatted it too when I got it. I literally just got this a couple days ago, but I've been using it non-stop since. When I used it on my finger, I concentrated the bronze a little bit more, or not the bronze, but the glow a little bit more. But when I used it today on my Real Technique setting brush, and I was going with it like I would a normal powdered illuminator, it got everywhere. So I think this is one, and I was reading the reviews on it, and a lot of people didn't really like it. So I think if you use this with your fingers, it's not a bad product. But if you use it with a brush, it does get everywhere, and it's annoying. It really is annoying. So I'm gonna try it again. But I have been loving this because, like, honestly, like let's just take a minute to just admire the glow. Like, I have been searching, I've been like wanting this glow forever. Like, I see YouTubers all the time just like with this gorgeous glow, and I've never been able to like get it, and I got it. I got it today. Like, this is goals right here. Glow goals. I'm just saying. So I'm gonna give it one more shot with my finger and see how I like it. But I don't know. Alrighty, I am coming down to the end here. Another illuminator that I've been loving is the Colourpop highlighter, and this is in the shade Whisp. I also have Lunch Money and Monster. I haven't tried Monster, but Lunch Money I do use. I don't get as much compliments when I wear it, but when I wore this a couple days ago, like, that is what that looks like. It's right here. And then I'm gonna swatch it actually right next to Golden. So this is Golden right here, and this is Whisp. So this one's a little bit more on the gold side, but it's so pretty, so pretty. And when I wore this, like I said, I got compliments immediately, like, that is gorgeous, what are you wearing? So it's like, oh, I'm wearing Colourpop Whisp. So that has been my recent favorite as well. So for my eyeshadow primer, I used for months the MAC 24-Hour Prep and Prime Extended Eye Base. And I recently discovered, well, actually no, I had the sample of it and I just didn't really like it at first, but then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try something new. I'm tired of using my MAC one, and I used my sample and I was like, oh my god, why didn't I like this to begin with? Like, this is amazing, this is everything I've wanted. And it is the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. It's the same texture and consistency as the MAC Prep and Prime Extended Eye Base. Although I do think the longevity of this one is a little bit better when I use my Colourpop shadows. So when I use my MAC one, the Colourpop shadows don't last me as long, but when I've used this one, it has. So I don't know if it's just maybe just the formula of it that is just a little bit better, that works a little bit better with like cream products, or if just Colourpop is super spoiled and they only use they only work on really good primers. But this one works really well for my my Colourpop shadows. And I've recently I just got a whole new order, so I haven't really, I've played with them but not enough to like really give a, like, make them my favorite of the month, but maybe next month, I don't know, we'll see. But this has definitely been my go-to, my reach for this last month. For bronzers, I have 2 bronzers, and I couldn't choose between the 2. I really wanted to just do one, but I've been bouncing back and forth between these 2, and it's the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer in Luminous Bronze Light. And I like that I'm able to concentrate the bronze just in the one spot, or if I really wanted to, I could swirl my brush in here, throw it all over my face, and it still looks absolutely gorgeous. I can definitely build the product, and it's not going to look too cakey or too heavy. But it also gives like a beautiful glow to the skin, and it makes me like extra summery, sun-kissed, dewy like skin. It's amazing. It is pretty pricey, but this is definitely worth the money. If you have Ebates, I will leave the link for Ebates down below. There are times when you can get like, I think the most that I've seen was like 4% back on Sephora.com. So you just open up your Ebates, click on Sephora, it takes you to the Sephora website, you can buy it, and they actually give you 4% of your total purchase back. So at least you get a little bit of money back, and you don't feel as guilty spending some of the money. So this has been my go-to bronzer, along with the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion. I can get this little sucker open. OMG, this thing hates me right now. Got it. That is what this looks like, and this is in the shade 30M. So that is what that looks like right here. And this also has, like, I feel like it has a little built-in illuminator, even though it says that it's like a matte, but it has just a tiny bit of just this itty-bitty little glow. And when I'm not using this one and I'm not like going for an extra glowy look, I have been reaching for this one, and it just gives me the perfect sun-kissed bronze skin. It's so pretty. I was trying to get the one that Jaclyn Hill had said that she really liked, but when I saw it in person, I was actually really glad that I reached for this one instead. I think this one complements my skin a little bit better. It complements my texture a little bit better. The other one had a little bit more of like a iridescence to it. It was more like glowy. But this is matte, so this works really good for me. So if you want a matte bronzer that has a little bit of a glow, this is it. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And for my eyeliner, I have been reaching for my e.l.f. cream liner. I stopped using it and I started using my MAC one, the fluid line. But then one day I reached for this and I was just like, why did I ever leave you? This is really good. This is $3 at Target, and honestly it has been the best cream liner I have ever used. I actually prefer it over my MAC one. Alrighty, so for my last favorite, it is my Morphe G2. I think in my last video I said it was a Morphe G6, but it's a Morphe G2. And this is a tapered brush, and it's really dense. And I actually like to use this to blend in my concealer. And I spray this with my L'Oreal Infallible Makeup Setting Spray, and it just works super well. I was using the MAC Prep and Prime Mist, the Fix Plus, and I wasn't really digging it, but this I absolutely love with that L'Oreal the L'Oreal Infallible Makeup Setting Spray. So yeah. Oh, and I got this off of the Morphe website. So alrighty, so that does it for my monthly favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. I know I love watching favorites videos. Gives me an idea of what to look for, what to buy, what's out there. This is what I've been using a lot this month. If you want to see more videos like this, like I said, please thumbs up this video, like, subscribe, and share. Day, evening, midday, whatever it is that you're having. and I hope it's a good one, and I will see you soon. Bye!